Gone are the days of speed ruling the virtual gridiron. Starting with the introduction of the 3-player ability system in Madden 20, the game has fundamentally changed over the last 4 years, culminating in the wild west of an ability system we have in Madden 23. Going from what was once reserved for only the best players in the NFL, now practically any player can get access to game-changing ability stacks. So this begs the question, do stats even matter in Madden 23? To try and answer this question in the most useful way possible for you guys, I built a team of what I consider mid-tier cards, 95, 96 overalls, who get comparable ability stacks to the best cards in the game. I went ahead and played about 2 full seasons, approximately 15 games with this team, and I'm going to go through position by position and tell you guys where I think stats do matter, where they don't matter, and where you guys can save a boatload of coins. Starting with position number 1, that is the quarterback. The ability stack we're going to be looking up here is set feet lead / pass lead elite, hot route master, gunslinger, and fearless. Those are the 4 best quarterback abilities in the game, and the mid-tier quarterback I chose for this team is 96 overall, out of position quarterback Ryan Shazier. He gets this exact ability stack that all the best quarterbacks in the game get. So what's the verdict? Well, stats do not matter at quarterback. So the good for Ryan Shazier, he's extremely athletic, coming in stock at 97 speed. The dude can fly. He's similar to some of the most mobile quarterback cards in the game. And he gets Slinger 3, which is one of the best deep releases in the game, similar to Steve McNair, Tim Tebow, those higher end cards. In regards to his low accuracy stats, I didn't find a single throw he couldn't make. I did not notice at all any accuracy issues. The only con here with this card is that he's 4 AP, so you're just spending a little bit extra. From a purely economic standpoint, if you don't have a lot of coins, you should be saving the 300 to 700k coins you would spend on one of the top tier quarterbacks and just rock this Ryan Shazier. There is a very limited drop off. Moving on to position number 2. Wide receivers and tight ends. The ability stack that all the top cards are using in the game is Route Tech and Short Out Elite. The mid-tier cards I chose for these positions are 96 overall Cheetah, Tyreek Hill, 96 overall Kadarius Toney, 95 overall Taysom Hill, and 96 overall Owen Daniels. In the case of Tyreek and Kadarius Toney, they met the ability stack exactly. In the case of Taysom Hill and Owen Daniels, there actually aren't any mid-tier tight ends who get that exact ability stack, so I just used my discretion and I got 2 0 AP route running abilities, which I think should do the job. So the verdict here, do stats matter? Yes, but there's good news. In terms of getting open and just overall playing the game, I actually don't think stats matter that much in terms of wide receiver and tight end. I was getting plenty of separation, whether it was Taysom Hill on 99 overall Deion Sanders, or Tyreek Hill, or Kadarius Toney, or really any receiver. I did not have an issue getting open. The area that caused trouble were with knockout abilities. This could be a speed thing. I'm not sure. Maybe everyone gets knocked out because deep route KO is pretty overpowered. But the area I do see stats mattering here are in terms of fluke and just teabagging cornerbacks. That's the kind of stuff you get with the top end cards that you're not going to get with these mid-tier cards. But pure gameplay, you're not missing out on a lot with these abilities. Moving on to position number 3. Running backs. The dominant ability that's taking the game by storm is the instant on freight train ability that originally released with the Quadfather AJ Dillon card and is now prominent with the top end cards in Flash and Gus the Bus. The card I used for this team was the original Quadfather AKA card. With his 2 AP instant on freight train, the verdict here is clear. No, stats do not matter. This instant on freight train ability makes AJ Dillon the best running back in the game, not named Flash or Gus the Bus. He is considerably better than any running back with better stats, just from the fact that he always breaks the first tackle. He is insanely hard to take down, and I had my way running around top tier defenses with this card. If you can't afford Gus the Bus or Flash, I highly recommend literally just using this card. Moving on to position group number 4, the O-line. Here the ability stack we need is a edge protector on our left tackle and our right tackle, and secure protectors on our right guard, our left guard, and our center. The players we will be using are 96 overall Tyron Smith, and the only 97 overall I used in Tristan Wirfs, who both get 0 AP edge protector. And then we're also using 95 overall Quentin Nelson, 95 overall Bradley Bozeman, and 95 overall Wyatt Teller at our guards and our center position. The verdict here, stats kind of matter. So this is an interesting one. From the games I played, stats matter particularly in the run game in terms of getting push with the O-lineman. The mid-tier O-lineman didn't get as much push as better O-linemen I've used on my other teams. But where stats didn't matter practically whatsoever, were at pass blocking. As long as we had that ability stack, I did not have significantly more issues picking up the pass rush. This was best exemplified when I forgot to put an edge protector on Tyron Smith, and his side of the line just kept getting shelled by Lawrence Taylor. But as soon as I put that edge protector back on, the floodgates just sealed. So if you're predominantly a passer, I wouldn't say you have to invest a whole lot in your O-line. If you're a runner, get an AKA running back, because I was still able to do really well with AJ Dillon behind this O-line. Position group number 5, the D-line. The ability stack the top end cards would likely use here would be 3 unstoppable forces. Unfortunately, there's not 3 mid-tier cards who get unstoppable force. There is one, and that's one we will be using in JJ Watt, the Milkman. We will also be using a run stopper, aka ability, in Javon Hargrave, and an aka Fearmonger with JPP. Obviously not as good as unstoppable force, but these 3 aka abilities are the best we can do with mid-tier cards. And the verdict: stats do not matter at all on the D-line. Similar to the running back position, these AKA instant on cards are the cream of the crop when it comes to D-linemen. If you can get 3 unstoppable forces, go ahead. If not, you're probably going to do better with these instant on AKA players over any player who doesn't get an instant on AKA ability. So I'd highly recommend, if you're balling on a budget, pick up these guys. If you got some dough, I would go ahead and use that on the unstoppable forces. But no matter what cards come out in this game, they won't be able to top these AKA abilities. They are that good. Moving on to our 6th and final position group, we're going with our DBs, and the ability stack we're using here is just Pick Artist and Deep Route KO. Obviously, as cards continue to get released, more abilities are becoming available, but these 2 abilities have been the mainstay all year. In the defense I ran, I actually used 8 DBs. So I'm going to run you through, starting with the ones I had Deep Route KO and Pick Artist on. That is 96 overall Charvarius Ward, 95 overall Joey Porter Jr., 95 overall Cam Smith, and 95 overall Denzel Ward. Moving to our slots where we only used Pick Artist, I'm rocking 96 overall Marcus Peters and 93 overall Patrick Peterson. And then finally, to pick up the last 2 linebacker spots, I'm using the MCS Derwin James and MCS Tariq Woolen. So the verdict here: do stats matter? Yes, but very similar to wide receivers, it doesn't significantly affect gameplay. The bread and butter of your gameplay is actually very similar. Deep Route KO might be the most overpowered ability in the game. Going up against many 99, 98 overall wide receivers, the best in the game, I did not have trouble playing defense. Truthfully, I did not have a lot of trouble. Knockouts were insane. The only area that I saw my DBs getting beat were with random fluky ags, or just with press wins when I forgot to shade up or I didn't put a deep blue over top. These are things that are all correctable, and truthfully, if you really didn't have the coins, you could definitely have a good time playing with these cards. So after going through all those position groups, my final conclusion with Madden 23 is stats matter the least they have ever mattered in Madden. Abilities are king, and it's created a little bit of a conundrum. The top end cards truly aren't as valuable as they used to be. We have the most playable cards in Madden of any Madden, but is that taking away from the value of the best cards in the game? I think it is a little bit. Do I like it? I'm not 100% sure. What do you think? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to learn how to run my offense, check this video out right here, and I'll catch you boys in the next one.